Hello. So, Emily Trashenko asked me to let you guys know about an experiment that she's doing, and it's about a memoir that she's written, and she's wanting to look at how helpful or unhelpful eating disorder memoirs are to people in recovery. And I think that's a really good question, actually. And it is something that I thought about myself. So, some as you might know, I did write a memoir called Love Fat. And I always try and be really clear with Love Fat that Love Fat is not a recovery guide. Love Fat is my account of my fucked up sort of life when I had an eating disorder. And I sometimes worry, are people going to sort of think that this is a recovery guide? Now, I have written some books that are definitely recovery guides, and I always say to people, like, read Rehabilitate, Rewire, Recover if that's what you want. Like, don't read Love Fat and use it as some sort of recovery account, because that's not what it is. And actually, and I've never sort of said this before, but I wrote a book before Love Fat that was really about my head when I had an eating disorder, and it's actually, ironically, the book that took me the longest to write out of all of the ones I've written, and it's the one that I've never published, and honestly, I will never publish it, because once I'd written the blasted thing, and then I went and left it for a bit, because I was thinking, part of me always knew, like, I don't know if this is something I should publish, and I left it for about 6 months, and then I went back and read it, and I was like, fucking hell. Can't publish this shit. It's going to trigger the shit out of anyone that reads it. So I didn't, and I never will. Love Fat, I wrote that, and then I heavily edited it and got other people to edit it as well, and I had to take out a load of shit that would have been very triggering in that. And I still sometimes wonder about it a little bit, to be honest. And I have had times where I thought I might just unpublish that. And then I read it and I'm like, you know what, it's fine. I don't know, I go back and forth. I do go back and forth. I love people's thoughts on whether they think eating disorder memoirs are actually helpful or not. I really would. It is something I thought about, and I love that Emily is being so thorough with this and actually doing a study. So I'm going to read you what she wrote to me to read you. It says, an experiment being conducted at University of Oxford is designed to help us learn more about the role reading can play in eating disorders and recovery. The study involves reading a book about anorexia recovery prior to its publication, or a book about an unrelated topic, depending on which group you're randomly allocated to, over a 2-week period. Participants' responses will guide publications decisions for the book about recovery. It's called The Hungry Anorexic, including potential edits and whether it gets published at all. If you're interested in taking part, you can find out more and access the link to the full information here. And I'm going to put that link in the comments. I'm not going to read the link out. So yeah, that's it. If you don't want to do the study and you have an opinion on this, then I would love for you to write your opinion in the comments, and I will also link this video and the comments to Emily so that she can read those. But if you've got opinion that's for me as well, that's good, because I'm really interested to know what you think. All right, thanks guys. Bye.